Have you heard about the Affiliate Management Expo? It is a free online event dedicated to affiliate program management. It's the first of its kind, and it takes place on February 16th and 17th, 2021, and will have over 20 of the affiliate marketing industry's top thought leaders sharing their strategies and tips to start and grow affiliate programs. Some of the topics to be covered include affiliate recruiting, affiliate activation, influencer strategies, compliance, and much more. Go to www.affiliatemanagementexpo.com/home to secure your free ticket. We look forward to seeing you there. You are listening to the Rick Magennis Show podcast, where Rick and his guests talk all things affiliate program management. No topics are off limits. Want to learn proven tips and strategies to grow an affiliate program? Look no further. In today's episode, Rick speaks with Matt McWilliams. Now here's your host, Rick Magennis. Enjoy the interview.
Welcome back to the Rick Magennis Show. Today, my guest is Matt McWilliams. Matt and I met many years ago at an affiliate summit, and we just connected again recently, and I invited him to come on, and he was generous enough to spend some time with us today. Matt, how are you?
I'm doing awesome, Rick. How are you, man?
I can't complain. It's here in New Jersey. We just got like 30 inches of snow. But
yeah, you just got what we got.
You got the same thing out there?
Yep. Oh yeah, we just got another few inches. We're up to about a foot now, and it's about 5 degrees outside, wind chill in the negative. So yeah, good times.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that cold air is coming to New Jersey this weekend. So yeah, I'll be where you are by Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. It's like I always tell my wife, I'm like, we got to move out of New Jersey and somewhere warm, and we end up staying in New Jersey. That's where we stay.
Yeah. This has been one of those winters. Normally we go to Florida in January and spend a month down there, and it kind of breaks it up, right? You have kind of like that. We had some beautiful weather in Indiana in the first half of November, like 70s. And even I think we got up to 80 a few times, just absolutely gorgeous. Then you go through like that 6-7 week stretch. And then it's like, okay, we're in Florida for a month. And then when we come back, it's only about 6 or 7 more weeks, right? That's not a problem. It's when I have 20 consecutive weeks of just crap weather that I start, like I'm not joking. I realized it yesterday. I'm like, I'm starting to get depressed. Like I really am. That seasonal affective disorder thing. They call it SAD, right? I grew up in the South. And so prior to moving to Indiana, I thought that was made up. I was like, that is not a real thing. That is some clinical, that is like some psychologist BS just to sell some prescription drugs. And then this winter, I experienced it for the first time. I was like, I haven't been out in the sun, like in the sun, like full body exposure, well, shorts, shorts on a t-shirt at least. Not trying to paint any weird pictures there. Like I haven't been out in the sun. I haven't been out in flip-flops in like 4 or 5 weeks. And I'm like, man, I am getting depressed. So last night I was like, okay, I'm already taking vitamin D, I'm like, I am upping that stuff to dangerous levels because I need to be like, I don't know what it is I need something in my diet or something, but really what I need is just to be able to go outside and enjoy, fresh air and sunlight, but it's hard to do when it's negative 25 degrees. So yeah, it's a real thing. So for all those out there who like, I'm depressed and I don't think I should be. Nope. I totally get it now. It's a real thing.
Yeah, no, trust me. I know it's I look out my window. My office is like in my living room, my makeshift office, because I had an office, but COVID shut it down. So now I'm home and I look out and I barely can see out my window. There's so much snow. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to take forever to melt.
Yeah.
So anyway, no, I appreciate you joining me, Matt. So just give the audience a little bit of background on who you are and what you're up to.
Yeah. So, you were telling me who your audience is earlier, and, for a lot of you, you may or may not have heard of me. I don't know. How do you say that without like kind of coming across as like an egotistical jerk? I don't know. I'm kind of a dinosaur in the industry. I've been around since 2005, got in before pretty much anybody knew what the heck an affiliate program was. And I got in out of desperation. My 2 friends of mine and I, we started a company in late 2004. And we're sitting there. I remember it was the Friday before Memorial Day, 2005. Beautiful day in Franklin, Tennessee. And we were facing a crisis because we were down to our last, $5,000 as a company. And we're kind of strategizing like, well, what if we did this and this? And it was like, well, SEO is great. And we'd started to get a little bit of traction with that, but that if we're going to start like a big SEO push, that takes months, and it's like, well, we can't really run ads because, well, we don't have any money, so what the heck are we going to do? And I was like, well, guys, I've heard of these people called affiliates. And they're like, you mean like radio stations? Like what is it? I'm like, no. It's like people who promote your product for you, but you don't pay them until like 30 or 45 days later. And we're like, yes, please. Cause we needed the cash flow. So that was Memorial Day weekend, 2005. I literally spent the entire weekend. I'm talking like 18 hours a day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I didn't see a hot dog. I didn't do anything. I literally didn't leave the office other than to go back to my apartment and sleep for about 5 hours. I had a beard on Tuesday morning, and I probably smelled because it was bad. Like I holed myself up in the office and I learned everything I could about how to run an affiliate program. Now, the problem was back in 2005, dude, there was like 2 blog posts, that existed. There was nothing. So I trained myself. I took this kind of weird combination of like internet marketing that I knew a little bit about for the past few years, sales, customer service, and I created my own vision of what an affiliate program would look like, having no idea what one was actually supposed to look like. And somehow we managed to form an affiliate program that over the next year and a half started doing about $1 million a month. And it started with, I still remember his name, Brandon Miller. Hey, Matt, it's Brandon. Brandon was from Western North Carolina, from the mountains. He would be the first one to tell you, biggest redneck you'll ever meet. But he was an internet marketer, and he called, hey, Matt, it's Brandon. Hey, man, I don't know how to put this JavaScript on my website, but sure enough, about a month later, he made $300 and we'd made about $300. And that was huge for us because technically we made about $600 that we got to float. And I kid you not, in like the 3rd week of our affiliate program, we were paying some of our team's salaries with money that we were going to owe to our affiliates in like 3 weeks. I don't suggest that for the record, but that was the desperate point we were at. So that's how I got into the industry, Rick. And then, fast forward since then, we've worked with some amazing clients, Shutterfly, Adidas. Like I said, built my own $1 million a month affiliate program. We've worked with clients like Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank, Michael Hyatt, Lewis Howes, Brian Tracy. The list kind of goes on and on. Stu McLaren, Pedro Adao, like some of the biggest names in the internet marketing world, we've been able to work with over the past, 5 to 10 years since I left that company. And I love what I do. If a guidance counselor even knew that this industry existed, which they probably don't, this is what they tell me to do.
Yeah. Well, that's common though. I don't think anybody that I ever talk to, like family or friend wise, have any idea what I do. They have no idea. I give up explaining it to them.
Yeah.
So no, it's a wonderful industry. It's a small industry, but it's large if you know what I mean.
Oh, I totally do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because like, I think I met you, I think it was like 2012 for the first time. So that's what, 9 years ago. And yeah, it wasn't anywhere near the same as it is now. It's growing. The diversity is incredible. And, I'm just excited about where this is all headed.
I always say that the money is in the dark arts. The money is in the stuff that people know they need to be doing, but don't know how to do. It's why we got into coaching, people on how to run affiliate programs, Rick, because people know they need to do it. They know they need an affiliate program. They know that, wow, they hear my story and like $1 million a month, that would be amazing. They see the other stories, like this is replicatable. They just don't know how to do it. Mm-hmm. And so the money's in the dark arts, and yet it's not a dark art because almost every legitimate company out there that's in some form of retail or, they have an online course, they teach something or they sell something tangible, has an affiliate program. Like it's no longer this, like weird underground industry full of like, guys who live with their mom and work out of the basement in their bathroom. That's so 2006, we're way past that. Some of my dearest friends in the affiliate marketing world, and they're not even affiliate marketers. They just have brands and they promote other people's products as affiliates. They are as legitimate as you could possibly be as a business owner. They have teams of 40, 50, 100 people. They are no different than any other small business. They just happen to do things as an affiliate. And so, whereas there was a connotation a decade plus ago where it was kind of exactly that. It was like nothing but like 20 something dudes in their mom's basement who alternated between setting up SEO campaigns and playing Dungeons and Dragons, I guess.
No, that's exactly how it was perceived a few years ago, and fortunately, it's not like that anymore. And brands and advertisers, whatever you want to call them, they are seeing the power of affiliate marketing, and they're actually investing more money into it than social and things like that because the ROI is incredible.
Yeah.
So we are going to be talking about affiliate programs and having them managed properly, but they're on the opposite side of managing properly. There's mistakes that are made and things that don't go well. So in your years of experience, what are 3 common mistakes that advertisers make managing affiliate programs? I know there could be a list of 1,000, and I'm asking you to narrow it down to 3, but just try and give me your top 3 mistakes that you see made constantly.
Wow. Yeah. It's funny. I just did a podcast series and I forget I think it was like the top 20 mistakes I made when I started my first affiliate program. And yeah, and that was like a 4-episode series. That thing dragged on forever, it seemed. But when you ask it, like the top 3, there's in no particular order, but two immediately came to mind. I'm sure I'll think of a third by the time I get there. I'm trying to think of like the biggest ones. I would say the number one, I'll say this, the number one, maybe number 2, and then I'll share the other one, which is definitely number 1. So this is number 2. I'll go number 2, number 1, and then probably number 3, because the number 1 is like a big pet peeve of mine. Number 2 is they don't ask their affiliates for referrals. I didn't either for the first, like, it's one of these things like do as I say, not as I did. But do as I say now that I do, because the number 1 way to get new affiliates is to ask your affiliates. The thing is, I've probably been a part of 250 to 300 programs and like big product launches. Some of these were multiple $1 million affiliate programs, product launches of $10+ million, affiliate programs doing $100 million a year. Out of those 250 to 300, I would say maybe 5 have ever asked me to refer another affiliate.
It's incredible.
That's ridiculous. Your current affiliate should be your number 1 source of new quality affiliates. Like it really is. It's like such an easy way to get new affiliates. And so once you get started, what we found is you will actively recruit, say 100 affiliates. You will actively, like, you're going to do the research. You're going to find them. You're going to see them promoting a competitor as we teach. You're going to reach out to them. You're going to have a phone call with them. You're going to get them on board, right? But after that point, for every 100 affiliates that we bring on, what we found is we get another 40 to 100 for free with literally no effort. Now, the key here is, number 1, you got to ask them. Number 2, you need to give them some incentive. You need to pay them a second-tier commission. And so what we found is, depending upon the product, we get it in some retail product worlds, the margins are so small that this can be hard. But even a 1% commission, second-tier commission, is enough to incentivize somebody. They understand the margins. In like digital course world, make it 10%. So you're going to pay the affiliate a 40% commission, give them a 10% commission, 10% override. It's so easy. Like, we have an email template for this, and we have a free download called Your First 100 Affiliates. You can find it at mattmcwilliams.com/first100. But to be honest, this email is so simple. It's like, hey, do you know anybody who'd be a good fit for our program? If you refer them, we'll give you a second-tier commission. You'll make, for every sale they make, let's say it's a $2,000 course. So you'll make $200. You'll make $200 for every sale they make. Just send them our way. We'll take good care of them. Like, it's really not that complicated, right? So that's probably mistake number 2. The biggest one I see, and this is a massive pet peeve of mine, is that they don't work with smaller affiliates, or even affiliates who initially might make no sales. Having that barrier to entry, you have to have an email list of 10,000 plus people. That's stupid. Like, I will just flat out say it is absolutely short-sighted and stupid. And so this comes from this lie that people believe we've heard it in the industry. It's so pervasive. 90% of your sales are going to come from your top, 3 or 5 affiliates. I'll share some stats in a moment if I can pull them up while I'm talking, try to walk and chew gum at the same time, Rick. But if I can't, I'll ballpark them. But it's not true. This is nothing more than a cop-out. It's an excuse not to work with smaller affiliates because, like we go out, we get 3 or 4 of our best buddies for our affiliate program, 3 or 4 top affiliates. That's just not the way to build an affiliate program long-term. And so there's this myth that says you have to personally know all of your affiliates. In other words, you got to be like best friends with them, right? If you are going to run an affiliate program that is consistently growing year over year, it's simply not possible. I want to have an army of affiliates, which means that sometimes I'm not going to know all of them. The other side of that says, well, small affiliates aren't worth the hassle. Oh, well, I'm going to go get 100 of these small affiliates and collectively they're only going to make 35 sales when I can go get 10 people and they'll make, 4,000 sales. Is that even worth it? But here's the thing. These small affiliates become very loyal. And so if you take those 100 or 1,000, but let's just go with 100. If you take those 100 affiliates and fast forward 3 years from now, 50 of them will be about the same size. Maybe they'll grow by 50%. So nothing big there, not a big deal. 20 of them will be out of the business. Okay. So no growth there either. 10 of them will double or triple. Well, that's kind of cool. 10 of them will quintuple or, grow by like 5 to 7x. That's pretty awesome. They were making 1 sale. Now they're making 5 or 7. But those last 10, 5 of them will 10 or 15x, but 3 or 4 or 5 of them will like 100x. They will go from having a list, Rick, of 1,200 people to 145,000 people. Oprah will feature them, right? They will end up on like the national news. They'll figure out Facebook ads and grow their list big time. So what happens is you grow this army of affiliates, very loyal affiliates, because what happens is they remember you. And so I've had people tell me, Rick, like they'll promote us or our client year after year after year, even when it might not be in their best interest to. Everybody's coming to them. They have a packed promotional calendar. People are coming to them offering more money and they don't promote them. They stick with us or our clients because they remember, and they say specifically, because Matt, I remember when you gave me a chance. That first year, I made 1 sale, but you spent 45 minutes on the phone with me. That is not worth my time, just for the record. Me spending 45 minutes on the phone with an affiliate for them to make 1 sale is not a good ROI if I only look at that 1 sale. But if I look at the chance that over the course of a couple of years, they're going to grow by 100x and be extremely loyal, it's totally worth it. So I found those stats, Rick. I'm just going to share these with you. So Michael Hyatt, when we took over his affiliate program, he basically had about 20 affiliates, did about $300,000. Now, the next year we took him to his launch was about 1.25 million. The year before, his top 3 accounted for 90% of his sales. Now, again, the lie says your top 3 to 5 affiliates are going to account for 90% of your sales. In his launch, the top 3 accounted for 14%. The top 10 accounted for only 27%. He had more than 500 affiliates make at least 1 sale. Ray Edwards, his top 3, 19%. His top 10, only 1/3 of his sales. And he had multiple affiliates who year over year doubled or more their sales. And so this myth that, well, you don't want to work with small affiliates, it's just not true, Rick. And then thirdly, I'd say the third biggest thing that I see, the biggest mistake, is that they grow too slow. They follow the advice of the tortoise and the hare, which I think is the most misunderstood, the absolutely most misunderstood fable of all time. The story is not don't go fast, slow and steady wins the race. It's don't take a nap halfway through the race. It's don't get distracted. The slow and steady wins the race is total BS. It's not actually true. It's really not. It's don't go chase other things. It's don't get distracted. Don't go off course, right? I was listening to a biography of Confucius. And right at the same time, I actually had happened to look up when was The Tortoise and the Hare written. It was written in roughly 600 BC. I didn't realize it was that old. I thought it was from like the 1500s. But it was written like 2,600 years ago, right? Around the same time as the Zhou dynasty, Zhou, I believe, in China. And so I was listening to this biography of Confucius, and it mentioned that the Zhou dynasty started in 770 BC, and it said its decline started in 600 BC. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then it probably fell apart, what, like 595 BC? was like, no, it fell apart in 256. I'm like, 350 years of decline. Like governments today topple overnight. Like we have social media, we got 24-hour news. We watch governments fall in a matter of days or even hours on live TV. I think about when I was a kid, Rick, and we're about the same age. I don't know if you remember when the Soviet Union fell, right? But like one day the Soviet Union was our greatest enemy. And the next day the Soviet Union didn't exist. Like the Berlin Wall, right? It just like in a matter of like 48 hours, there was a Berlin Wall and then there wasn't a Berlin Wall. And so this is happening all across the world. Like everything is moving so fast and we get to see it. Like we get to see it live. And so the world is just moving fast. So this lie that you should grow your affiliate program slow and steady, it's just absolutely not true. But I see people falling for it all the time. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to go get 300 affiliates tomorrow if you have none today. But what I am suggesting is don't go out and feel like you need to get one and then work with them for a while and then another one. Like I even used to teach that stuff way back when. I was like, no, you want to grow slow and steady because, you want to test things out. No, just grow fast. Just grow fast. So if I had to share 3 mistakes, those would probably be my 3 biggest ones, Rick.
Those are probably 3 of the most powerful ones too. Like I agree with them 100%. And whoever's listening and you're making these mistakes, it's time to fix them and turn course and start growing quickly. Start working with smaller affiliates and get this program on the road. It's absolutely mind blowing that we're even having this conversation about some of these, to be honest. So we just went over the problems or the 3 mistakes that affiliate programs make, but I want to get more on the affiliate side now. So when affiliates go to promote a product or offer, they do their research, obviously find out if it's a good fit, but what are some of the reasons why affiliates don't promote offers or products? Just obviously sometimes they just ignore them and just don't bother responding back to them, but
that's your fault as the affiliate manager.
Yeah.
I would say 7 out of 10 times. 3 out of 10 times it's their total flake job. That's just what some people do. I've discovered that, I mean, we all experience that. It's just, they just go sign up for a bunch of affiliate programs. There's nothing you can do about those. But 7 out of 10, that's on the affiliate manager. That's on the company.
No, that's great. I'm glad we pointed that out. It's very important to know that. Follow up, keep following up and trying to communicate with these affiliates. But why won't they promote offers? Like what's some reasons why affiliates run from certain offers? We're
going to focus on where like they sign up for your program. Like if they don't sign up, that's a whole different ball of wax there. Like, why won't they sign up? Well, it might just be a terrible fit. Mm-hmm. Like you try to get me to promote a geriatric supplement to my audience, it just ain't happening. I'm not in the supplement world. I mean, the biggest one is just there's lack of clear direction. There's not a clear path to success that the affiliate manager provides to the affiliate. The easiest way to overcome this is with promo plans. Now, when we work with our clients, for example, that will have, 400 or 500 affiliates, we'll focus on the top 30 to 40, and we will do custom promo plans. Now, these promo plans start off exactly the same. It is literally an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet today where we just outline, here's what's happening on day 1 of the promotion. Here's what's happening on day 2, day 3. We give them a suggested promotional plan, like email this on this day, this on this day, this on social media, do this, host a Facebook Live on this day, et cetera. Then we meet with them. We do about a third. I did one just yesterday for a client with Pat Flynn. And we just did about a 25, 30-minute Zoom call. And we just mapped out what we're going to do. Like he's going to have the client on, the Smart Passive Income podcast on this date. We're going to create this bonus with the client. We're going to do this. We crafted this promotional plan. Now I actually learned a little lesson I'll share in a second. I don't call them promo plans anymore, but we crafted this promo plan and it became a living document to the affiliate that we co-created. So I didn't just say, hey, do this. It was like, oh, you don't send emails on Monday. Well, then let's move that email to Sunday. Okay. Oh, you've got a podcast on Tuesday you're going to mail about. Then we'll just move this to Wednesday. Let's move that down there. Let's do this, let's do that. Now, the thing that we changed a couple of years ago, I started calling them commitment plans. And it was just a very subtle trigger to the affiliate that we created this together and you committed to it. And we found that they followed them even more when we call them that. So and we literally name it. Like I'm looking at one right now that we created yesterday and it says who, and it says the person's name. It says the dates. What's the price point? What's the commission structure? The file is named after the person. We talked about a hook for their audience. We created an email plan and a social media plan. We created a bonus package. We talked about the things that they need to create on their side, like a countdown timer for their emails. And they weren't currently using that. So I gave them a link where to sign up for the, Motion Mail is the company we recommend for countdown timers. I gave them a link for that. Super easy. So commitment plan is number one. The second thing, it kind of ties in that, and some of them you touched on, made me think of this, is just the lack of follow-up if they're not active. That's a whole freaking podcast episode in of itself. How do you activate inactive affiliates? We have a whole model for that works. But the biggest one is that people they send a couple of emails and they just move on. You have to remember 99% of your affiliates are small business owners. They don't live and breathe for your company like you live and breathe for your company. The reason they didn't respond to your email, the reason they're not promoting is some of them are flake jobs. Like I said, they just sign up for a bunch of stuff. They never should have signed up for your program in the first place. There's nothing you can do. Most of them are just busy. Like I'm scheduled to promote one of my dearest friends in the whole. He's actually our very first student many years ago. Just as a side note, he took our course and turned it into his first launch was a $4.2 million product launch. But he is launching in about 10 days. And I have not done a thing to get ready for promoting him because I'm busy. Now, give me a few days and I know what'll happen. He'll send me a text. It'll be a video text. He will send me a video and the first words out of his mouth will be Matty Matt. And he'll say that. And I'll be like, oh yeah, okay. Let me put that on my planner. Like I could probably just go into my planner for like next Tuesday and put plan Pete's launch, but he's going to text me and then I'm going to jump on. But the thing is that he sent that text. Most affiliate managers, most companies, they just kind of like, oh, well, they didn't do anything they signed up on, February 1st and it's February 20th. They haven't done anything. I'm just going to abandon them. And you got to just stay in front of them. Just keep following up. Speaking of that, lack of communication between promos. So if you're in launch world, if you're doing big product launches, what typically happens, maybe let's say you have 2 a year, and we'll just go with January and July. From February through like June, you're completely dark to your affiliates. And then from August through like November or December, you're completely dark. Keep in touch with your affiliates, even in between big promos. If you have an evergreen product, same thing. Even if it's a completely off week, it's your lowest sales week of the year, send them something. Just communicate with them. There's so much noise out there now that if you're going to break through, one of the biggest ways to break through is with engaging content on a frequent basis. I was taught this in my mid-20s when I got into the affiliate world. Like you send a monthly newsletter. Who freaking reads a monthly newsletter anymore? Literally no one. No, send engaging content. If you're reshooting your course, we did this the other day. I was on set reshooting our course, Find Affiliates Now, and I'm like, I'm going to do a quick selfie. So I grabbed my selfie stick, put my phone on it and I was like, hey guys, just wanted to share with you. I'm on set today, reshooting our course. So excited about it. It'll be out in a couple of months and just super appreciate you guys. Appreciate our partners. Here's what's new about the course, blah, blah, blah. And I gave them behind the scenes access to what was going on in my business. And I sent it to them and it was, and posted it in the partner Facebook group and it was super engaging, right? Little things like that. Like sharing lessons with them, sharing a tip with them, just to give them, something, sharing a top affiliate strategy with them, whatever you can share with them, like keep engaged with them between promotions, keep engaged in those slow times. And then the last thing, same kind of thing, right? Is your program is not engaging. It's not fun. Like I think affiliate programs should be fun. They should be entertaining. You should have contests. You should have leaderboards. You should have prizes. You should have stuff that gets people excited, gets them motivated, gets them to want to be a part of the program just for the sake of being a part of the program. I had a client about 4 years ago, and I'll never forget what he said. He's like, I want people to want to promote again next year, even if they didn't make a sale this time, just because they enjoy being in the program. So to announce like our big prizes, we got a good friend of mine, John Morgan. He's the world's leading George W. Bush impersonator. If you go look up like make your affiliate program fun, maybe add my name just to be safe, you'll find this blog post I wrote and it has the video of John Morgan. He's like, hey there, Tribe Riders, affiliate aficionados. It's W here. and he does the little screw ups, the W-isms and stuff. And, he's doing the shoulder shake, and he's like, we got some big prizes for you guys. And, but he's a lot better at it than I am. He literally looks like him and he's a professional at this, gets paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to impersonate George W. Bush. And we had him come on and do the announcement, right? And there's so much buzz. That video has, even before I posted it on my blog, had like 30 times more views than there were number of affiliates in the program, meaning you can do the math on that one, right? They're sharing it. So they're excited to be a part of this affiliate program and it's entertaining for them. I got a comment once, Rick, where a lady said, because I would send out these emails when I was running Shutterfly's affiliate program, and I would put things I would put a song of the day, in Q4 when it was like huge for us. And I would put like these little comments and stuff and make little jokes and have little contests. And she said, oh my gosh, my daughter, who by the way was 13 years old, loves reading your emails. Like that's the kind of stuff you want to do. It cannot just be like this boring, same old crap. And so that's why they're not promoting you, because it's not engaging. They don't know what's the next thing. Like I said, that clear direction, the commitment plans, because you're not following up, and lack of communication between big promos.
I'm speechless because this is absolutely gold. Like this is this information that you just shared is phenomenal, and affiliate managers should step their game up and really improve the culture of their affiliate program, making it fun and making it engaging, making the affiliates want to actually work with you and make money. So it's incredible that we have to have this conversation, because it's not good if we're having the conversation. That means a lot of mistakes are being made in this respect, and
I've made every single one of them, just for the record. I mean, the promo plans, I didn't start doing those till like 2012. And I started in 2005. The making affiliate programs fun. I mean, I was fun like on the phone, but I wasn't intentional about making affiliate programs fun, and probably until about 2013. The asking for referrals, I think I did that pretty early, but I don't think I did it the first year. The not working with small affiliates, I've always done that because I didn't have a choice. Growing too slow. I said I used to teach that. No, slow and I taught that until about 5 years ago. The in-between promos, like communicating and making your program engaging. I don't think I did that until after about 6 or 7 years. So I made every one of these mistakes. And the cool thing about these is when I'm thinking through them, none of these are complicated. Like if you teach a concept like how to become better at writing copy, right? That requires practice, and you got to understand like human psychology. All I'm saying is make your program fun. Just do a contest and do a leaderboard. Just insert a joke. If everybody does this one thing, it's no longer a thing, right? It doesn't make you unique. How many affiliate programs, when they send out their regular emails, have a quote of the day at the top? I don't know. Never had one. Yeah. Like somebody could just steal that one. I'm not going to do it because I have my own stuff. But if all you did was just put a quote of the day at the top, then you would stand out. Now, again, like I said, if 80 people go do that, it totally doesn't work. But what's your thing? I'll give you an example. Like with my email copy to my list, right? I'm known for putting in what seemed, if all I showed you was the image, you would say, what the heck is that image? It's a guy wearing short shorts and a beanie and combat boots in 40-degree weather. What does that have to do with anything? Well, it's about standing out. And so I'm known for these kind of silly images, right? Or silly selfies. What if that was your thing? What if your thing was you start off every email with some sort of an image that gets them in the mood for it? It could be a selfie, it could be whatever. And it's just it makes them chuckle for a moment because you look like a goober. Okay. So that's your thing. What are those things? Could it be a song of the day? I'm not doing that anymore. So feel free to steal that one too. I just gave you 3 things you could do to make your affiliate program more fun and more engaging. It's not rocket science. Like it's not like you have to have some sort of marketing background to do those things. To do these promo plans, if you go to mattmcwilliams.com/promo plan, you can steal the template. Mm-hmm. If you look at my template versus the person that I stole it from about 6-7 years ago, I remember what Pablo Picasso said, good artists copy, great artists steal. Like it all looks almost exactly the same. Now I've evolved it over the years. And I've learned how to have that conversation, but it's not like it requires asking for referrals. I told you what to do. I told you where to get the email template. And even if you didn't go get my email template, it's a simple email template of 3 sentences. Here's how you ask affiliates for referrals. You ask them for referrals. It doesn't require a marketing degree. It's super. all of these things are just so stupid easy. You know how you follow up more? You put it on your calendar to follow up more. That's how I remember. Like, why am I so engaged with the people I'm engaged with? Because it's on my calendar. Because it's on my calendar. Why is it when somebody inquires about our affiliate program and they're not active, then we put it in, we have Asana. We use Asana as our task manager. And I don't do the follow-up. My assistant does actually, but he has it on there to follow up with them on a certain basis 10 times, not before we give up, but before we stop following up for a few months. We give it a break. We try to find an alternate means of following up with them. Do we need to hit them up on Facebook? Do we need to find them on LinkedIn? Do we need to just find a way of an alternate means of communicating with them? Yeah, I mean, it's all systems and just intentionality is really all it is, Rick. It's not rocket surgery.
No, you're absolutely right. And I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, and he gives away pretty much everything he does for free. But he says that he does it because he knows that 99.9% of them won't do it.
Yep, exactly. And I don't mean this like just from that standpoint. There is no threat to me that somebody's going to take I could literally, I mean, I don't even know. I think we don't charge much, but we have a presentation called the affiliate code. If you just go to mattmcwilliams.com/code, it's our entire playbook for like $100. Okay. I mean, this is stuff that we actually coach people on for, our average coaching client pays us between $25,000 and $35,000. Most of what we coach is actually in that. Now, here's the reason why I do that. Number one, if you go and you actually execute, freaking awesome. More power to you. That's amazing. You're like me. But the reality is most people are going to, I'm literally going to give them in this presentation, like it's a presentation we did over the course of an entire day. I think the total like video is like 5 hours long. In there, I share how to activate your affiliates. And I share this strategy in there. We call it the fake book check, Rick, which is basically what we do is we actually I'm going to share this one on the podcast. You know, when you get like a check in the mail and it comes with the little window on the envelope, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a check, right? And so we send that. And it's for $1,000, but it's an advance on commissions for them to buy Facebook ads to promote us or to promote our client. And I walk you through how to do that. And I have literally, I mean, we've had in excess of 1,000 people watch that presentation at this point. Well over 1,000, because we've done over $200,000 in sales of that funnel. So yeah, it's roughly 1,000 people have gone through that at least. I've never seen anybody send me a fake book check. I told them how to do it and I told them the results. When we send that fake book check, we send that to people. We'll send about 30. So for one of our clients that we're working with now, we have about 30 affiliates that we project to do more than $25,000 in sales. Some of them will do, $500,000 or more. So we'll send it to those 30 to 35 affiliates. About 15 to 20 of them will take us up on the offer, meaning they will get, all they're getting is an advance on commissions, but they go out and they spend more money on ads than they had planned to, which means what for us? More sales, right? This little bit of effort takes me like, once you create the template and we give you the template, once you create the template and you put the little spreadsheet where it prints their name and everything else is, and since there's only 30 to 35, we stuff them ourselves. Like I don't outsource that or anything. It's, it only takes half hour. And we mail those out. So we spent however much postage is now. What? We'll just call it $1. I don't even think postage is $1. It cost me $30 and 30 minutes of my life to make potentially an extra $100,000 to $250,000. And I tell them that in the presentation, and still less than 3% of them actually go out and do it. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And it is. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not afraid to really give away free stuff, because I know no one's going to use it.
Yeah. And the other side, just as an FYI, the other side is the people who do make my industry look better. So the people who go out there and they make their programs more fun, they communicate better, they ask for referrals, they work with small affiliates, all those things that I talked about. The people who do that make me look better, because I'm a big believer as the high tide rises, all the ships do. And so the less I have to deal with those connotations we talked about at the very beginning about my industry. And I take that responsibility as an FYI that this is my industry. I could say about the industry, no, this is my industry. I'm putting this industry on my back and taking responsibility for it. That doesn't mean I'm special or anything. It's just that I'm owning, my role in this industry. And so they make my industry look better, which makes me look better, which means my business is going to thrive more. So I win either way. If they learn it and don't execute it, well, I guess that's fine. They're no threat. But if they do execute, it just makes me look better. So that's how I look at it.
No, that's it's a great way to look at it, and we're running up against the time here. But Matt, this has been absolutely phenomenal. You've shared so much stuff that can actually be implemented today, and we will see who actually takes you up on that, and it can actually implement some of these tactics, which, like you said, they're not rocket science. They can be done very easily without any critical thinking.
Yep.
Again, Matt, I appreciate you coming on and sharing the knowledge you did, and it's beyond what I expected, and it's appreciated. And if there's anything that I can do for you ever, just let me know.
Thanks, brother.
We want to hear what you thought about this episode. You can email Rick directly at rick@bearcatmedia.com or leave a review where you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe because new episodes will be released every Wednesday. And hey, Rick is hosting a virtual event in February that you won't want to miss. The Affiliate Management Expo will be held February 16th and 17th, 2021. This is a free online event for brands looking to grow or start an affiliate program. Over 25 affiliate marketing thought leaders will be sharing their tips and strategies to grow and start affiliate programs. Go to affiliatemanagementexpo.com/home to reserve your free ticket today. Thank you for listening to the Rick Magennis Show podcast. Never miss an episode by subscribing to the podcast in iTunes, Google Play, and wherever podcasts are available. To learn more about Rick, go to bearcatmedia.com.